When we talked the last time, I said one time and one time only did the priests in the desert go into the most holy place. This was done on the Day of Atonement. On the Day of Atonement, the Bible uses the words that the congregation needed to afflict themselves. It was a very holy day, a most holy day, a time for reflection and making sure that you were right with God. The priest would walk into the tabernacle, past the holy place, into the most holy place. And it's my understanding from reading that he had a scent, incense in his hand that created smoke that kept him between the brightness of the mercy seat. There was things that he had to do in terms of sprinkling of the blood. I'm not going to get technical with all of that today. This is what he had to do. Prior to this, everybody knows that this day is coming. The whole congregation knew that the Day of Atonement was coming. They knew the time, they knew the hour, they knew what was supposed to be done so that they would be ready. There is a readiness, or there is a warning that God does way before he decides to act on a final judgment. I'll give you an example. Approximately 120 years, Moses preached. Somewhere between 100 and 120 years. The time is not exact. Some will tell you 120 years. I'll tell you definitely at least 100 years or more. He preached that there was a coming flood. And this is God's mercy. Nobody listened to him. Only 8 were saved. Nobody listened to him. However, God in his mercy told him, in 8 days, I will bring a flood. I need you and your family to get in the ark. Well, what was the warning for the rest of the world? He did give them a warning. He saw, according to the Bible, in Genesis 6 and 7, or 5, 6, and 7, birds flew into the ark. Animals came into the ark 2 by 2 and 7 by 7. This was God's way of showing them that these animals are coming in. Now, some people believe that's not true and that they gathered these animals. It is my understanding that they walked in by themselves. Put a comment. Tell me why you disagree, if you disagree. That was a warning. 7 days, Moses and his family were in the ark. On the 7th day, the door closes. Nobody sees what happens. The door just closes on its own. That time was the last opportunity. The 6th day was the last opportunity for anybody to get in. On the 8th day, the rain came. Here in Revelations, let's go to 14. Here in Revelations, God gives humanity the same opportunity. Now, granted, this is a vision, and I want to say throughout the entire vision of Revelations, Jesus continues to say, this is true, right? Because it's true. Right? Because blessed are the people that trust. Blessed are the people that believe. That's the theme throughout Revelations, that if you believe it, you trust it, you hold on to the words, you're going to be happy because you have the information. here's what I'm going to get at. Here is a warning. Here is a warning. It says, verse 6, and then I saw another angel flying in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach to those who dwell on the earth, to every nation, tribe, tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment has come, and worship him that made heaven and earth, the sea and the springs of water. Verse 8, and another angel followed, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Then a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and the image and his image, and receive his mark on his forehead or his hand, he himself shall also drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out full strength into his cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascends forever and ever. And they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whoever receives the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are those who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Then I heard a voice from heaven saying, write, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on. Yes, says the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works follow them. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a few things that I want to express. Back in Revelation 16, when it says it is done, that's the finale, the final or the finality of the plagues. It is done. First thing I want to show here is that God sends 3 angels out to give warnings of what is going to happen. It has always been a battle for the worship of the one true God. A battle between God and Lucifer, also known as Satan. It started in heaven because Lucifer wanted to receive the glory that is for God and God alone. If you're listening to me, read the information. Lucifer wanted the glory, the authority, the worship that is for God and God alone. And that's when sin was found in his heart, because he wanted to be like God. And he convinced a third of the angels in heaven to believe him. They were cast out. Sin started in heaven. Sin was found in Lucifer's heart. Sin is the reason why humanity fell, or why we have problems. Humanity fell because Eve was tricked and Adam decided to eat the fruit. It was Adam's fault that humanity fell. And ever since then, sin has been a global pandemic every century that the earth has been in existence. But because of Jesus Christ, an opportunity has been given for all to be saved. And so the 3 angels, and there are many angels you'll see in Revelations flying and giving warnings, flying and doing different things. But these particular angels, they're making proclamations and they're saying, hey, one of them says the hour of his judgment has come. That is significant. Okay, this is significant.